The Los Angeles Clippers are not done yet. What an incredible win for this team. They tie up the series at 2 games apiece. They make this a best of 3 the rest of the way. The Clippers, they nearly blew a 31-point lead, but you got to give them a lot of credit. They stayed resilient. They kept pushing, and they come out of this with the win, as the Clippers will now return to LA with this series all knotted up. And the most impressive part about this, guys, is that the Clippers win another game in this series without Kawhi Leonard. It was revealed before Game 4 that Kawhi Leonard was going to be sidelined indefinitely as he deals with right knee inflammation. And obviously when that news broke, Clippers fans thinking, damn, here we go again. Their chances not looking good. Going up against the Dallas Mavericks in Dallas. Mavs, nice opportunity for them to go up 3-1, but you gotta give this Clippers team a ton of credit, and it was Paul George and James Harden finishing with 33 points apiece. Did these guys come to play or what? Paul George, I mean, what a turnaround. After finishing game number 3 with just 7 points, he turned it up a notch. He came to play when the Clippers needed him the most. 33 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds. How about that clutch 3 there at the end? Incredible shot when it looked like the Mavs were going to close it out. Just such a tough 3-pointer there in the corner with no room to operate. Paul George making that 3, and then James Harden. I believe he scored 15 points in the 4th quarter. He was vintage James Harden, getting to his spots, that floater, hitting that multiple times in the lane. He and Kyrie were going at it, but James Harden, he had an answer every single time. 33, 7, and 6. Both of those guys playing their best basketball when the Clippers needed them to deliver. As the Clippers, they shot at 53% from the field, 62% from 3. And really, this game looked a lot like Game 1 when the Clippers came out firing on all cylinders. They were able to get up in this game, huge lead. You know, George scored 26 before halftime. Harden added 18 and 5 assists during that span. And like I said, the Clippers were up by as many as 31 points. But then Dallas, they made a rallying effort. They closed the half on a 25-11 run, making it 66-49 in favor of the Clippers. And then the Mavs, they just kept coming. They kept chipping away at that lead as their run grew to 27-12 after Irving hit a 3-pointer off a handoff from Jones, and that narrowed the Clippers' lead to 78-76. Then early in the 4th quarter, the Clippers were able to take advantage of the Mavericks offense cooling off. They used a 10-3 run to begin the frame to regain an 11-point edge. But then the Mavs, they came right back as Irving, you know, he caught fire, and all of a sudden Dallas was within 5 with 6 minutes to go, and then the Mavericks tied it up at numerous points in clutch time. However, Harden once again just made a series of timely floaters to prevent the Clippers from collapsing and choking away this game, as Harden scored 6 consecutive points, putting the Los Angeles Clippers up 104-100. But then the Mavericks came right back, scoring the next 5 as they were up 105-104. But then, like I said, Paul George answered, coming out of a timeout with a huge fadeaway baseline jumper for 3 to put the Clippers back up. From that point on, the Clippers held on, as, yeah, this was just an incredible win by the Los Angeles Clippers, guys. I mean, they really needed this one. If they go down 3-1, it's not looking good, and they were able to use another hot start, and you knew Dallas, it was going to be different than Game 1. Dallas did not go away. You got to give the Mavericks a ton of credit. They kept fighting back, but you got to credit, again, the Clippers for just hanging in there, taking the blows, and their players in Paul George and James Harden making clutch baskets, timely shots when they needed to. And now the Clippers, they got to feel good about their chances in the series. And now I know the narrative has kind of suggested here that the Clippers are better without Kawhi. I just want to say this. The Clippers are definitely not better without Kawhi. And if the Clippers want to win the championship, they're going to need Kawhi back at some point during this playoff run. But you look at this specific matchup where you have these 2 high-powered offenses and just the fluidity and the pace in which these teams are playing at right now. Kawhi, he wasn't ready to come back, and you saw that. I mean, when on earth you see Kawhi Leonard struggling back-to-back playoff games, especially his latest, only scoring 9 points, you could tell Kawhi Leonard was not ready to go, and he was almost rushed back, I want to say, for Game 3, and it did not look good. So the Clippers made the right call, sitting him out for this one. We're definitely not going to see Kawhi Leonard, I would think, for the rest of the series. And if you're a Clippers fan, the hope is you're able to survive without Kawhi in this series. You're obviously able to win games without Kawhi. You've won 2 already, and who knows what would have happened if Kawhi sat out the last couple of games. So I think the Clippers can definitely get through the series without Kawhi, and then the Clippers do not want to rush Kawhi back. You want him to come back when he is indeed 100% ready, so he can get back into the mix and get up to speed with the game. Because I feel like, yeah, he was slowing things down. And you saw it. Like, this offense has looked night and day in this series in particular without Kawhi. Game 1 and then Game 4, identical starts. You know, the 3-ball obviously helping. Once that cooled off, the Mavericks were able to make this a game. But still, it allows the Clippers to play at a type of pace that they're now confident in playing when it comes to beating this Mavericks team. So the fact that the Clippers get 2 without Kawhi, 2 to the next 3 if it goes to a Game 7 are going to be in LA. So the Clippers, they got home court advantage for the best of 3. So Clippers able to get it done, guys. They tie up the series, and I got to give a ton of credit to James Harden because this was a guy who obviously the Clippers traded for. He was supposed to be the 3rd option. It was always supposed to be about Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, and Kawhi not playing in this one. Again, Paul George doing his thing, stepping up, but James Harden, really, he has been the unsung hero of the series, guys. Like, you look at his production in these games being that quote-unquote 3rd option, he has played as the Clippers' borderline number 1 option. I mean, 28, 8 on 47% shooting in Game 1, 22, 8 assists on 43% shooting in Game 2, 21, 5 on 54% shooting in Game 3, and then this masterclass of 33, 7 assists on 71% shooting from the field. So James Harden shutting up a lot of naysayers, critics saying that the old James Harden is dead and gone. I mean, we saw vintage James Harden, especially in that 4th quarter, putting the team on his back and making clutch basket after clutch basket. That was Houston Rockets James Harden out there. And if he can maintain this type of play, if Paul George doesn't shy away and, you know, he can give you the production that, you know, he's capable in giving you, like I said, the Clippers are going to have a really good shot of beating this Dallas Mavericks team without Kawhi. And it's crazy to think because this Mavericks team is incredible, guys. Like, you can't take anything away from this squad. They are super talented. I mean, Kyrie Irving went off. Like, he literally was playing Kyrie Irving basketball that we had seen in, you know, those Cavaliers playoff runs. 40 points, Doncic 29, 10, and 10. So this Dallas Mavericks team, they are, without a doubt, one of the most talented teams in the league. So that should say a whole ton that the Clippers are able to win 2 games against this super talented team without Kawhi. The Clippers, they might have something here. So, like I said, I'd be shocked to see Kawhi at any point the rest of the series. The Clippers are going to have to do without him. But we've seen they can definitely get it done without Kawhi. So, Dallas, we're able to make things interesting. They're definitely going to have a much better effort to come out in Game 5. So, we will see what happens in that one. But the Clippers, guys, they get a huge win. It was a great game. Let me know how you're feeling, Clippers Nation. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. That's it for me, guys. Luke signing off. Hit a like and subscribe on your way out. I will catch you all again in the next one.